Hello, good morning, and welcome to this morning show. Have you ever had a pair of shoes that you were so in love with that you couldn't quite throw them away, but you couldn't get them out of the closet? Throw them away. Just kidding, don't throw them away. Call Will with Tinker. Will, tell us about you.
For sure, my name is Will. I'm a senior at Creighton University, and I have a love for shoes. Right here I got my 1982 Nike Field Generals, still wearable, and I think that passion for shoes really led me down the route of business. So, like I said, senior in college now. When I was a senior in high school, I had a pair of shoes that I loved to death, still have them. They're 2013 Fire Red Jordan 3s, and they were falling apart on me. These are the shoes that I wore on my graduation. Super special pair to me. I didn't know where to go to get them worked on. So for me, that was kind of the inciting moment where I was like, I can't just throw these away, like you just said. I don't know where to go, and it's hard to trust someone with your pair of shoes. So that was kind of the idea for where my company, Tinker, was born.
Okay, fabulous. And Creighton, what are you studying there?
Yeah, business management marketing, so very much in that same space as the business I'm doing.
Okay, fabulous. And is there any type of shoes that are easiest for you, or a type of shoe that you're chasing?
Yeah, for sure. For like personal collecting or for the business?
For the business. What type of person should seek you out?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm glad you asked that, because for the longest time I was doing kind of a B2B2C. So it was a marketplace. You think of like eBay, you think of Amazon. It was like that, but for getting shoe services. Like, you wouldn't want me working on your shoes. I would totally mess them up. But I was connecting people that are sneakerheads with people that do that work for a living.
Okay.
And since then, actually, it's kind of been a pivot to where, you know, that takes a lot of marketing dollars. We got some good revenue from that, but I've switched to doing business to business, helping out businesses scale their restoration operations without doing more in-house, and then also doing resoles on combat boots for military servicemen. So
wow.
A little bit different, but definitely still doing the same kind of stuff.
Okay, wow. Boots on the ground.
Yeah, literally.
Keeping those boots going.
Exactly.
I love that. Awesome. Okay, and so were you born in the Omaha area, raised here?
So I'm from Kansas City area,
Okay.
3 hours out, pretty much the same, but just a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. And then do you see much difference in either? Kansas City, Omaha?
I do like having professional sports teams, so we have a little more of that in Kansas City, but in terms of like the people, the weather, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I agree. I lived in that area for about 6 years, and same kind of idea, just busy and fast, and the legends and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah. But I love it. It's great.
Yeah, same thing here. There's always something to do.
For sure.
Yeah, awesome. So you're going to be graduating this year, and then Tinker, you're going to be taking off with that. You're starting it now. Kind of, what's the projection?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say kind of right now it's just a race to get revenue. So it's been post-rev since January. Kind of coming up on a year now, sort of, but the revenue looks obviously a lot different now than it did at the start of January when I launched the Marketplace app. So I took that off the App Store about 2 weeks ago, just to really hone in on this B2B on the boots. And it's just kind of seeing how many more clients can I get, how much can we grow this. We just got a new client for the B2B last week, so really just trying to expand the operation, because now we kind of have that value proposition down.
Sure. Wow, awesome. And then how about young kids like yourself, entrepreneurs? What type of advice would you give them if they're sitting back thinking about a great idea, but maybe too scared to take that first step?
For sure. I would say I have 2 pieces of advice for young entrepreneurs. First of all is, this is the best time in your life to do it. I don't have a mortgage at the moment, you know what I mean? I don't have mouths to feed other than my own, so I think this is really the time where there's the least risk with it, even though it feels super risky. And then the other thing is, you might come into business and you have an idea of like, oh, I want to do this, I know people are going to need it. You get super attached to that idea. And I think it's easy to do that, right? That was my idea with the marketplace. But then you do more market research and you discover, maybe I got to tweak it just a little bit. So I would say don't assume that you know what the market needs. You're not the market. Always go to the customer and then build out your strategy from there.
Wow, that's incredible. You're a very intelligent guy. I've recently been watching the Shark Tank, and that's like one of their go-tos, like, you really don't care about what you think the market says.
Exactly. And people, it's underrated because, people just want to go, this is my path, this is what I want to do, and it's so tempting. But then you learn over time, like, got to take a step back. It's a scientific experiment almost, right? Yeah. Does it need this? What can I do for it? So it's just a different mindset than I think what we're used to.
Sure. Okay, I appreciate that. What type of support can this community help you with?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, so I'm pretty well established with the B2B side right now. Got good clients for that, but I'm still kind of trying to make that big break into the military side. So anyone you know that might be in the military or was in the military, has connections with people, would love to get to know them, because I'm really trying to look for brand ambassadors in the military, or just get more. So the model is I'll find like a platoon, which is typically around 35 people on average, and then get all of their boots resold, because then I can do it at a wholesale rate. So just trying to get those inroads, people in the military, just help them as best as I can, basically.
Yeah. Oh, what inspired you to target military?
Yeah, well, it's the craziest thing. I never would have had this idea on my own, because I was, I'm a shoe guy, shoes, sneakers, all that stuff. But then you go over to boots. Someone reached out to me out of the blue, and he was like, hey, I've got this pair of boots. I just got back from deployment. Can you get this fixed? And I didn't have the supply chain for military boots at the time.
Yeah.
So what'd I say? Yes. And then I had to build that supply chain.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. Right. So I had to build that and then come back to him and say, okay, let's do it. And that was kind of the spark where I was like, this is a pretty big market where a lot of people need this done, because they don't want to keep buying new boots. Their feet are bleeding. It sucks. So let's just look into this. And that's kind of where it got me today.
Love it. Take care of the people that take care of us.
Absolutely. 100%.
I love that. Wow. Is there a song? This is one of my favorites. Is there a song that you would say would be like your walkout song? So like you're getting ready for your day, heading into the school space. Is there something you got blaring in the background?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm kind of like the classic rock, a little bit of the oldies. Lately, Achilles' Last Stand by Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
It's getting me going. That's the daily anthem. So
I like that.
absolutely.
I like that. Awesome. And so is there anything coming up, any activities or anything going on with you that we should know about?
For sure, yeah. So I'm president of the Creighton Entrepreneurship Club as well. Shout out you guys, a lot of great people at Creighton doing great things,
Keep it up,
just
guys.
like this.
Girls.
Guys and girls, exactly. We've got a incubator challenge on Friday. So what that is, it's the second one. In the first one, we came together, we brainstormed, we got some ideas. But like I said earlier, there's only so much that you can do with your own knowledge. You got to talk to real scary customers, right? So they came out and did that, and now they're coming back. We're saying, okay, we're going to look at this data from customers, and then look at how to use that to build out a minimum viable product. So I would say keep your eyes up on that. A lot of good stuff going with the Entrepreneurship Club, and I'm happy to try to bring up other young entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would love to have you guys as well. Connect with Will, connect with us. Let's get some of your stories shared as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Is there something that has stuck out about the Omaha community to you? I mean, they're kind of similar to Kansas City, but there's got to be something that's stuck out to you.
Yeah, no, I think so. So I grew up in Kansas City, but I didn't really get the chance to get as plugged into the startup ecosystem, just because, like, I was a high schooler. I ran a business, but it was more of like a side hustle. So I came here really working on this project the entire time I've been at Creighton, and I've just noticed that you go outside of Creighton, right? You go to A Million Cups, you go to different like Scale Omaha or the Startup Week, and there's so many people right here in Omaha that are invested in you winning, you growing your business, and it's just amazing to connect with all those people. So I would say, people think of like Silicon Valley or like New York City, but like there's an underrated community right here in Omaha where there's a lot of people doing really cool things.
Yeah, I love that. One of my friends, Dion Wells, says that same kind of ideas, that we just don't, in the Omaha area, don't always see exactly how big that we are or how big we can come. Kind of limit, Yeah, but it's huge. It's huge. Awesome. Well, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Any family members or anybody that's really put a big impact on your life lately?
Yeah, I would say shout out to my grandma.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
You're doing great. You did great.
She's just someone that's been there kind of my whole life, just been super steady, a great presence. And, with Tinker, a lot of people, have given kind of lip service of like, oh, this is really cool, but a bunch of yeses isn't always the most helpful thing. I've had some great, honest conversations with her, and she's always been supportive of it, but I think just having her in my corner the whole time has been amazing. So I hope everyone has that person in their life where they can kind of go to them, talk it through, and just feel that support.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Grandma. Like I said, you've done a great job. Is there anything that we haven't quite hit on today that you want to chat about?
I think that's about everything. I would love to have you guys keep up to date, keep watching the project, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, we're really excited as well. Thank you for sharing your experience and your story.
Yeah.
We look forward to connecting some more.
Absolutely.
And I have some shoes I definitely need repaired.
I know a guy. I think we can get you in.
Great. You got some shoe issues, reach out to this young man. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye for now.
Thank you.